Well, China has a lot of stuff, and like a lot of animators are in China now. So
Yeah, they
Anyway.
got some stuff going on. Okay. So
and they probably put too much on their plates. There's just too many anime coming out. If they just stop making so many goddamn anime all the time.
So Nick, what you just said right there. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Anime Summit podcast. It's your favorite host with the most sound bomb. And of course with me every week is Danny
Hello.
and Nick.
Oh, wait. I threw it. Now throw it back to me.
Wait, what?
Sir Mike.
Sam, you need to make up Trigun bad guy names for us.
Oh yeah.
We should start over. Let's just start over and do that.
No, I'm not gonna.
So,
I'm not gonna.
My Trigun bad guy name is Himothy Hims.
No, I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave
just
this all
that
in.
Just leave it all
We're not
in.
gonna start over.
I defeat people with my manliness.
All right, I'm just gonna leave this all in.
I
I'm
can
not gonna start over.
I can find the studs in a wall in 2 seconds.
Oh, God.
All right. That's so.
I don't even use soap in the shower.
Dude, yeah. Speaking of Trigun, we're gonna talk about this week. First Impressions Part 2, covering all the sequels and of course some other ones like Trigun Stampede and High Card and some other stragglers that we didn't get to last time. And you know what, dude? I don't want to waste no time. Let's just jump right in, alrighty? Links.animesummit.net, okay? Just get in there. Just do it. Type that in the URL right now. See how much better your life becomes, alright? And then go to, there's a link in there for the Discord. And you should join the Discord and hang out with us, because that's where we hang out and party and have manga book club and yell at each other about video games, food, and porn. So you should do that, okay? And then just a couple things I want to mention. The live stream's on the 25th, okay? So come join us. It'll be a fun time. Just going to hang out and play video games, the three of us, and have some, just talk about naked people. And
Good people.
If
And
you're a
why Sam
patron-
hasn't had sex in 4 years.
and why I haven't had sex in 4 years, that the answer will finally be revealed. Also on the links on Anime Summit on the link tree, there's also for the Patreon. So if you want to become a patron and support us and support what we do over here, there's some exclusive things that y'all get solo casts. Sometimes you get episodes early. Solo casts are basically one host podcasts, and we just talk about whatever. It's really fun. So, and then also the Patreon exclusive manga Fist of Summit that I draw. Just put chapter 3 up. Just finally finished chapter 3 and put that up. So if you want to become a patron, read Fist of Summit. It's about me, Nick, and Danny, and it's a delinquent shonen manga, and we beat up everybody.
I'm waiting to binge it.
Yeah, Nick is.
Oh, God.
These slow releases are killing me.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
I was saying that to somebody. I was like, I don't know how
You know,
mangakas do it weekly and stuff. I was like, well, they have assistants and such. And I'm like, oh,
yeah. Well, I mean, maybe if the author would stop fucking wasting time on pachinko, you know, and Love Live and shit, you know, we could have more Fist of Summit, you know. Maybe if they get off their butt.
Pachinko and Love Live. Oh man. But yeah, dude. And then also, I want to mention something really quick that I thought of this past weekend with King, one of the hosts of Anime Plummet. And just because we're gonna start doing this, because we got some. Number one, we have a couple of things in the pipeline, and number two, just for future reference. But whenever we do a thing where one of us is on their podcast or one of them is on ours, or if it's all of us, whatever, doing a thing, we got a couple things that are brewing right now. It'll be released on both podcast feeds, okay? And it's like, well, that's really weird. Why would I do that when I just listen on yours? Well, it doesn't. It really doesn't matter. You can go either way. It's just another way for us to spread the love and whatever, right? So, I just will call them Summit Plummet EX episodes or whatever. And then so like, whose ever logo it is you see on the feed, that's whose podcast it is. But they'll be on both feeds, okay? So, that being said, there's one that you might have seen on their feed where they had Nick, and they were talking about some some 18 plus, some porno.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was really good. I haven't listened to it yet.
Wow, Nick
I don't think we
actually
put enough
went and did
disclaimers in
something
there.
without me and saw him. That's a shocker.
He does stuff.
It was
Yeah,
all
right.
a show. Everything I said on there was a lie, and I don't remember it.
And then we have King's Corner.
I was quoting a movie. That wasn't me.
I was quoting a movie. We have King's Corner where he invites one of us and we get drunk. I went over there and did that recently. I think that's on Patreon. We'll be on Patreon soon. So their stuff comes on Patreon first and then on the feed later, but it'll be on our feed as well. So it'll be fun. So going forward, that's how those will be uploaded. And then we're still in the works of talking about YouTube stuff, whatever. But we'll figure that out for you. Okay. Anyways, that's enough. That's enough of that. Listener question of the week.
This is from Mostly Shin, and they say, what is the best standalone anime movie?
There's a lot of good ones.
That's too hard. It's too hard for me.
You want me to go
answer.
first?
Yeah, you go
Yeah,
first.
go.
I mean, I'm thinking of
Red
a
Line.
few, but
Redline.
yeah,
There you go.
That's a real good one. God.
That's fine. Yeah, fuck you guys. I'm stealing it so no one else can take it. You guys can still take the same one. That's fine. What about Satoshi Kon? Satoshi Kon did a bunch.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Akira's another one.
I really love Perfect Blue, and I really love Akira, and I really
Your Name's another one.
I really love The Boy and the Beast, obviously, and Wolf Children. I'm gonna say just because I don't know, man. I really love Hosoda films. You know, I love Hosoda films. I'm just gonna say The Boy and the Beast. I love The Boy and the Beast a lot.
Oh, and every Ghibli movie. Don't forget those.
In every Giblet movie, I really do fucking
Do we want to have two categories, Ghibli and non-Ghibli?
Ghibli and non-Giblets. No, I would say, I was gonna say too. A Silent Voice is really good too. But I'll just stick with The Boy and the Beast because I love The Boy and the Beast a lot. A lot of people didn't like it as much as his other ones. I happen to like it a lot. So, What about you, Danny?
I'm gonna go. I mean, I like Summer Wars. Summer Wars was my favorite. But I think I'm gonna go with the first Satoshi Kon movie that I discovered on my own, and that's Paprika.
I still haven't seen that one. I have to watch it.
Oh, Nick.
That's it.
I think I own it.
That's it.
too.
We're doing a review on it. We're doing a review.
Kind of have to.
Is it
a
an
little bit.
anniversary?
You know what?
We don't have to do it on anniversary.
But we don't have to do it on an anniversary.
Paprika's 17th anniversary extravaganza.
It came out
well, yeah.
in 2006.
Okay, so 3 more years.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danny, you gotta wait.
Damn it.
Nick, you should just watch it anyway. 'cause
Yeah,
you're a bitch.
honestly. What are you waiting for, man?
What are you doing? God. All right.
I'm trying to think of Trigun names for you guys. I've been trying to think of that the whole time.
Oh,
So.
God. We've
Dude.
been, we're over that. We
We're-
moved
we're-
on.
yeah, look.
We already moved on.
How about this? Somnasium, the bear claw.
Somnambulism, the bear claw.
Yeah. And then Danny Might, the
What?
other bear claw.
What? I'm not going to be Danny Does Dallas?
No.
It should just be Danny Does Dallas. That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Waifu and Husbando, Danny.
Waifu is 2B, or else Kai will get stabby.
Yeah, I wrote. You didn't fill out the waifu, so I wrote it in there.
I know. I didn't know who. I was leaving it up for you guys to pick, so that's why I left it blank.
And then Husbando is Vash the Stampede. Obviously,
Yeah.
from Trigun and Nair. So
Wait, what?
I don't know how to
What was the
pronounce
second thing?
it.
Nier Automata.
Air? Oh, it's near.
Nier.
Near?
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Kai is gonna get stabby.
Now he's gonna get
Whatever.
stabby. See, that's how he does it. That's how he gets stabby right there. That's what does it. Alrighty, let's just jump in, okay? Dude?
Danny, you got to stay out of the games channel for your safety.
Anyway, dude, let's just jump right into it, okay? Vinland Saga Season 2 is the first one on the list because everyone's hyped for this one, which is really funny because, like, it looks terrible. Anyway, let's just
Wait, what?
yeah, no, like,
Do you really think that?
yeah,
Okay.
like visually, it just
What?
can't compare it to the first season in my opinion.
Wait, so hold on. Who did this one? Mappa did this one.
Yeah, Studio Mappa. This is going to be 24
Oh, was
eps.
it Wit who did the first
Yeah,
one?
Wit
Wit
Studio
did
did
the first
the-
one.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't think it looks terrible. I think it looks okay. It looks fine.
Based on the seinen manga by Makoto Yukimura in Afternoon Magazine. Yeah, dude. This is the continuing story of the Vinland Saga manga, and like, so spoilers. Okay, this is spoilers for the next 5 seconds. So
Yeah, if
close
you
your
haven't
ears.
seen Vinland Saga Season 1, just probably skip this.
Yeah. Pretty much this is going to be mostly spoilers throughout this episode because there are a lot of sequels we're talking about. But, like, you know, at the end of Season 1, he got captured or taken in because of what Askeladd did. And then Askeladd...
Thorfinn got captured.
Yeah, Thorfinn got captured, and then it kind of does like a little skip, like a little time skip, small time skip. Don't know exactly how long. A few months worth, probably, maybe a year. I don't know yet. But Thorfinn is on a farm as a slave, and the kind of slave he is kind of like, you know, he gets lent some land, and then whatever he does with the land, and then whatever profits he makes from it will pay off, like, it'll buy himself his freedom or buy himself back from the farmer guy. So they're on this wheat farm, and it kind of starts off with Einar and how his village gets ravaged, and then he falls into the same situation, and then that's how he meets Thorfinn. He meets Thorfinn on the farm. So it's kind of about Thorfinn and Einar working on this farm and going through the bull crap, and Thorfinn's like this really depressed, my life sucks. He's got PTSD from everything he's gone
got,
through
like,
so
this
far.
Emo kid facade going on.
I mean, I would too if you know, like yeah, like his life is terrible. Like, I mean, I said it like when it first aired. I was like, man, Thorfinn's life is like, and I'm not reading the manga, right? So I don't know. But like, you know, his
Really? I could
beginning
have
of his-
sworn you were reading it.
I was not. No, I wanted to because like I wanted to like find out what happened because at the end of season 1 was just wild. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah.
yeah, his life has been terrible, and like it's like it's like his childhood is like heartbreaking. You know what I mean? Everything has gone through, but
Yeah, he loses his dad, and then like his next dad becomes the guy who killed his dad.
and then he like has like this weird, I don't want to say it's Stockholm syndrome, but like, you know, he's got this weird connection with Askeladd, the guy who killed his dad, and then some other shit. I don't know, man, but like it's terrible. We'll just say that. And the
That
manga's
was season
still going.
1.
That was season 1, yeah. So like, so season 2 starts off, he's on this farm as a slave, and then he has to earn his freedom back, you know, with whatever money they make on the new wheat farm that they are trying to establish in that side of the river. There's like a river that runs along the already existing farmland they have.
For a second,
And
I thought
so-
you said weed farm, not wheat.
Yeah, weed. It's a weed
Hell
farm.
yeah, this would be a way different anime.
This would be a way different show.
Pineapple Express.
It's like, oh man, do we have to call these trees down? It's like, oh man, just take our time, you know?
We'll just ask them to come down.
Yeah. We can communicate with the trees, man.
This isn't from Pineapple Express, but like, it's you gotta have that Frankenstein batch. If you guys ever seen Grandma's Boy, you know where it's from.
Oh, the Frankenstein.
Oh shit, I need to watch that still. I've seen parts of it.
Oh man, yeah, it's a kind of a dumb movie, but it's pretty funny. A lot of millennials like it for some reason.
It's so stupid but hilarious.
When I say millennials, I mean like my generation because I'm a millennial. But like, yeah, it's like
Yeah.
You mean
was like
our
Sam, yeah.
generation?
It was like that and Borat. Like before memes, we just quoted Grandma's Boy and Borat, and
No, they had memes back then. It was just different.
nah.
There have been memes than all of human history.
I remember specifically in junior high, just going up and down the halls, and kids going, "My wife!" Like, I'm like, God.
And now all the kids say yeet and that's fire. I don't know what they say.
Nick is the guy.
You got that Riz.
Nick is the Steve Buscemi. He's like, "How do you do, fellow kids?" That's Nick. Yeah, dude. So, and let me just elaborate here a little bit, okay? It's funny because like this is exactly what I was talking about, and I don't remember what episode was it. Was it a ranting episode or something we did like a couple months ago? I don't know, but it was an episode where I was like talking about Studio Mappa and how they take on too much stuff, and then Danny was like, "No, they don't." And then this is exactly what I mean. Like, this is exactly like the staff that they put on this is not there, like, because they're trying really hard to like put everything they have, and like
they're doing Attack on Titan still.
Attack on Titan. They put out everything they had on Chainsaw Man, and so if you look at
and Jujutsu Kaisen,
Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 right now. If you look at the credits in Vinland Saga season 2, it's a lot of outsourcing to like a lot of studios in China and Korea and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
it doesn't look that bad. It looks not as good as the first season, but
yeah, like no man, like there's some frames, and I should have screen capped them. There's some frames that are just like, it's like what is this with this guy's face? Like, why does it look like that? It looks
yeah,
really
they
bad.
go off model or something. Yeah,
it's.
I mean, season 1 is way better looking, but
yeah,
it's not as bad as the drop off from One Punch Man to One Punch Man season 2.
I would say it's almost just as bad. Maybe now. No, you're probably right.
No, I don't even think it's close.
Because that went from
One Punch Man was like god tier, like nothing can beat that. And then
because like One Punch Man season 1 was almost kind of like a passion project for a lot of animators, and so like they kind of were just like having fun. And then like
I think it was Studio Bones who did it,
and it was like A1 Pictures. They went to A1 Pictures. I think it was Bones.
Anyway,
I thought it was Madhouse or maybe, but like anyway. Before they became Mappa. But anyway, yeah, I enjoy Vinland.
Let's talk about the story, though. You don't like how it looks? Okay.
No, yeah, well, I basically already said it. Like from the first impressions, they're working on this farm, and Einar and Thorfinn are working together to clear the forest on the side of the river. And in a couple years' time, 3-4 years' time, hopefully they can earn enough to like buy back their freedom. And Thorfinn is like clearly having some PTSD. He like is very suicidal. Like there's a part in the 3rd episode where they're trying to get the main farmer guy, Kettle, the guy who bought him. He's got this spoiled son who wants to be like a knight in Canute's army. So then the older security guys are like making fun of him. They're like, "Oh, here, you know how you can man up, dude? You got to become a man by killing somebody. Let's go kill these guys." And so they're gonna go kill. They lead Thorfinn and Einar to like their little shack thing, and they're like, "All right, cut this guy down." And then Thorfinn is just like, "Dude, just cut me down because life sucks." Like literally, he's literally like,
nothing. That's metal.
Nothing good has come from my life, dude. Just fucking cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck.
They didn't even animate me that well this season.
Papa
Just
Roach.
kill me.
Last resort. Papa Roach. The Matrix.
They didn't even put the A-team on my animation.
And like, it's so the first 2 episodes are really just kind of like, the first episode is just like Einar's backstory, and then the second episode is like meeting Thorfinn and the farm, and then the third.
I only got to the second episode.
The 3rd episode is when stuff starts happening, and that's when it starts happening.
Because it's dub. I think all the dubs got delayed.
Bunch
of the was it Funimation? Who did this? Sentai? Well, whatever. A lot of the dubs are in Texas, and they're just I don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they delayed most of their dubs for this whole season.
Yeah,
for like most shows.
Bunch of chubs got delayed. Yeah,
and I want to watch the show dubbed. I really don't want to watch it subbed. I'm sure it's fine.
We know that Nick has a problem with Vinland sub. Yeah,
They're fucking like Vikings and shit. Come on.
That was cool. Like in the first episode, they were reciting this old Norse, kind of saying or whatever, and the person they got.
I
to
got
read
mad
that,
for a second because I thought I accidentally clicked subbed. And I'm like, wait a second, this isn't Japanese.
the person they got to say that, they said it pretty well. You know, I don't know much about how that's supposed to be pronounced, but it sounded like it was pronounced pretty well. By the way, One Punch Man was done by Madhouse, and season 2 was done by JC Staff.
Well, a lot of Bone Studio animators helped.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Yeah,
Anyway,
the studio for One Punch Man in the first season doesn't really matter because the staff in it is.
I think a lot of staff just change studios all the time.
It was a bunch of number one, number
They're
two,
like mercenaries, the best ones.
Number two, in that particular case, it was a bunch of different staff from that were normals at a bunch of different studios that came. They just went to Madhouse and did it. But anyway, that's beside the point. The point is I'm gonna keep watching just because I love Vinland Saga a lot, and I love Torfinn's story.
this is, even with the animation, it's still better than most anime.
Because there were some parts in it that were really good, and then it's just the bad parts were just really bad. So I'm hoping that when it gets to the crazier parts, if it does, a lot of people are telling me that it doesn't. It's
24 episodes.
It's 24 episodes, so it's bound to I'm sure it'll get better. I hope, but either way, I love Vinland Saga, so I'll keep watching it because
it's gonna be hard to beat season 1 because Askeladd was such a great character.
He was a really good character. Yeah. Wait, Danny, are you watching Vinland Saga? Or you said? Well, I remember you were DMing me and you were saying you didn't remember what happened in season 1.
Yeah.
But you were trying to watch season 2.
Yeah. Because
you could honestly start season 2. You could probably watch season 2 without seeing season 1.
It's kind of confusing because it starts with a whole new character. And
right. So I was just all wait, what's going on? I'm confused. I don't know what's going on.
I think it'd be interesting to watch these backwards. Watch it all back. Watch season 2 first and then season 1.
That'd be kind of cool.
It still works. Yeah, it's like a flashback.
Oh, it's what's Torfinn's Brown? Why is he screaming?
Yeah, what's his backstory? It's a prequel.
Why is he having night terrors? Jeez, we're wuss. And then you watch it.
Yeah. Shinji ass little bitch.
Shinji ass.
Wow.
I'm just kidding.
Let's watch Dragon Ball
backwards.
What
do we think of Einar real quick before we move on? I like him. He's ripped, bro.
I like him too, and I think he's just trying to
Is it Ian Sinclair who voices him? Oh yeah, I knew it.
Nice, dude. I think he's a cool character. I think he's gonna become a cool character because I think he means well, and he obviously just doesn't understand how other things work, right? Because most of his life he's lived, in a peaceful village with his sister and mom.
Oh,
and
you're talking about
Einar.
I don't know how to pronounce his name.
I'm gonna call him Einar. I don't know.
Anus.
Einar? I think it might be Einar.
Anus.
Einar.
Einar. There you go.
Damn it! It was supposed to be
Einar.
incognitus.
All right, no more sounding out words. We did that when we started the podcast, and it was terrible. Okay, I like the farmer guy,
Kettle.
the dad. It doesn't look. Mal is so fucking stupid. The way they list their characters is ridiculous. But yeah, Kettle. He seems like a good guy.
Yeah.
At least comparatively for the times that they're in.
Yeah.
And then his son's a piece of shit. But and then all the other not slaves, but what do you call them?
The other worker guys on the farm.
The guys who are just above slaves. Yeah. They suck too, but I'm interested to see how Thorfinn and Einar, make it out of there.
Yeah, me too. And I didn't know it was going to be 24 episodes, so it'll go into next season as well. So excited for that.
I'm interested on Snake, the leader of the so-called guests on the farm, the bodyguards.
Yeah, yep.
So
he's the one who came in at the end of episode 3 and was like,
Oh yeah. See, I didn't get that far yet.
And he literally punched the dude in the face.
The guy who was telling the farmer's son to kill Thorfinn and Einar, he comes in and was like, what are you doing with these guys here? Because here's the thing. I'll just explain this real quick. He was going to have the farmer's son kill them to become a man, quote unquote. And he technically doesn't own them. His dad does. So what they were doing was bad all around. Okay, not only were they going to kill the main characters, but like what he was doing was even just bad in like within the realm of the show or the story. It was bad. So they all would have gotten it someday or another. So we're lucky that the Snake Eyes stepped in and saved him anyway. But that being said, I do kind of want to read the manga up to where it is because like I heard the manga's super cool. Have you seen the books of them?
I've only seen like the covers or anything like that.
Dude, they're like these thick ass, like they're like Berserk style kind of thick ass. Maybe not that big, but like that. They're like the same thickness.
They got the whole bakery back there.
They got the whole
That's
bakery.
how thick they are.
But anyway, yeah. Let's move on. Vinland Saga Season 2, very cool. To the land of Vinland. Hingda Thurgan. Okay, anyway. The Misfit of Demon King Academy 2.
Was I the only one who did this one?
No, I thought Danny did
I
too.
watched it, but honestly...
Because Danny, you liked the first season. You guys both liked the first season, didn't you?
Yeah, the first season was pretty funny.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't remember what happened.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot either because
Like-
it aired. The first season was like 2 years ago. Let's see,
Excuse me.
prequel. This was 2020 is when the first one
Oh,
came
wow.
out.
Okay.
Almost 3 years ago.
So this is Studio Silverlink, and they don't know how many episodes it's going to be? Wow, what the hell? All right.
It's I'm guessing probably 13 or something because the first season was 13.
Okay.
I don't know how
sure.
long the source material is.
Studio
but
Silverlink is pretty sweet. Some of the staff they got on Silverlink is pretty cool, I might say.
It looks like it's still ongoing. Maybe that's why they don't know how long it is because the source is still ongoing. But yeah, season 1 is pretty funny. Like the Demon King's super overpowered.
Mm-hmm.
And he's this guy who is like reincarnated from like 1,000 years ago, and he joins this academy, and he trains up these 2 girls, Misha and Sasha. And yeah, I don't remember a lot of details either from season 1.
Like, I was watching
I think he threw a
I only
castle at
watched-
somebody at one point, which is cool.
I only watched like 2.5 episodes. Like, I'm
yeah,
watching
season
this
2
and
is like a whole other arc.
yeah, and I'm just all like, what the fuck is happening? I don't know what's
They
happening.
do a lot of exposition in season 2. Like, you got this whole other faction that shows up, the Child of God, and they're trying to annihilate the Demon King.
Yeah.
And they're fighting, those children of God, and like there's these people who show up and they're like, we're gonna kill you, and like that's all that happens so far. At least in the first 2 episodes. I didn't get further than that yet. I feel like it's too much. It's like, okay, to be fair, I watched it. I had to rush and watch this at 2 times speed, but even then it felt fast. It felt like they were just going really fast and explaining a lot of things. And you didn't get to like sit around and like learn about the characters anymore, which is a problem. Which a lot of shows fall into that, where it's like sometimes it's just plot, 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 plot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want to see like goofy shit sometimes.
Honestly, I might rewatch the first season
That's not a bad idea.
just so that I can remember and everything, because it's been practically almost 3 years. So I really honestly don't remember anything that happened. Like, at least to like what leads up to in order for the events to happen from season 2. Like, I don't remember the ending at all. So I was just all like, yeah, I'm going to stop this and just rewatch season 1 so that I know what the hell's going on, because I don't know what's going on.
Well, the My Anime List score is actually lower for season 2 by 0.08. Usually the sequels are higher because it's only people who finished it are going to keep watching it. So
yeah.
I think I still gave season 1 a 5 because I think it's still probably a 5
What I gave it.
out of 10 because it was funny, but it was also a little bit generic still.
I mean, it's that typical like Demon King got reincarnated as like a kid kind of thing. So
Damn, okay, I thought you guys liked this one.
I gave it a 6.
liked it for what it was.
I gave the first
okay.
season a 6. So
That sounds about right. That's
Okay.
about where it is. But yeah, I think we just got to let the season play out a bit.
Sure.
Did this one get delayed? It might have gotten.
I don't think so.
I think it did, but not like as crazy as some of the other shows.
Gotcha. Okay. Damn. All right, y'all suck then.
Yeah, Kubo got delayed too, apparently.
Yeah, because we talked about this. We talked about this last week. It's because of COVID.
That's what they say. Well, China has a lot of stuff, and like a lot of animators are in China now, so.
Yeah, they got some stuff going on. Okay. So
and they probably put too much on their plates. There's just too many anime coming out. If they just stop making so many goddamn anime all the time.
So Nick, what you just said right there, and I know you're kind of joking a little bit, but like
if there was like 20% fewer anime, it wouldn't be as bad of a problem.
And you know what?
And they could pay the people more.
I want you to put a pin on that because I have a thought at the end of this about that, of what you just said. Because
sounds like I think the opposite.
No. I 100% agree, and then, like there's a reason why. Because I was feeling very shitty about our first impressions last week. So just put a pin on that. Put a pin in that. Honey Bear, give me a pin.
Oh, that we didn't watch as much? Because yeah, there's 50 shows came out. That's why. We can't. That's why we have the plummet.
No, put the pin in the board. Never mind. Just give it to me. God damn it. Okay, and I'll put it right here. Okay. Yeah, no, put a pin in that because I got a thought about it later. I got a little note here that Honey Bear game to remind me. Okay. Dude. Tokyo Revengers, Seiya Kessenhen.
Speaking of poorly animated shows, Sam, huh?
This was animated way better than Vinland Saga.
What do you think
Season
about
2.
that? It's about on par at best.
No, this was better. Like there was character movement and people moving actually.
I need to rewatch Vinland Saga. I must have missed something. I think I had something else going on. I had the dub going, so
you might have been farting. But like, spoilers for Tokyo Revengers Season 1. Okay. By the way.
No, this one I forgot a lot of what happened in Season 1.
So this is 13 episodes only for this part because it's just the Christmas Showdown and Black Dragon arc. It's funny because it's streaming on Disney Plus and Hulu. I think it's everywhere on Hulu and then Disney Plus in Japan. But anyway, so the way Season 1 ended is the present time. He jumped back to the present time, and it turns out Toman turned into this really shitty criminal organization, and Teda Kisaki, or Titty Man as Danny calls him,
Titty Man,
fucking kills him, or it kills Chifuyu and then is gonna kill him, and then it ended like that. It was a really like crazy cliffhanger to end it on. I of course was reading the manga already, so like I didn't know.
Yeah.
Me and Danny were reading it, so we knew. But like, yeah. So like, it turns out that Kazutora saves Takemichi, and he explains to him, yeah, the Black Dragon gang kind of fused with Toman and made it to this really shitty place, really shitty organization, and I'm gonna take you to see Naoto right now, the detective who's Hina's brother. And then Naoto explains to Takemichi that, like, yeah, so Hina still gets killed in this timeline the same way, except this time you weren't there. It was you who ordered the kill, because Kasaki told you to make the order, and you didn't know who it was. He didn't know who the target was, but you just said just fucking do it because whatever. And the gang is so fucked up and cruddy and shitty now. You just were like, fucking just do it because Titty Man's on my tits and I'm sick of this shit. And so the whole premise of this arc is to go back in time one more time. We know it's not the last, but one more time, and stop the Black Dragon gang from going to war with Toman. And unfortunately, that happens. It's like it's gonna happen. Like, and then it's kind of about how do we prevent it or make it different anyway. And it's like, okay, well, we can't let Hakai leave Toman because Hakai is the younger brother of the leader of the Black Dragons. And then Takemichi not inadvertently, he just kind of just spits it out without controlling it himself. He tells Chifuyu literally everything. And he tells him, I'm a time leaper. Huh? Yeah, past Chifuyu.
Yeah.
He's in the past now, and he tells Chifuyu, dude, okay, this is what's going on. In the future, you get shot because this happens. And it's like, he explains everything. And Shifuyu's like, dude, I believe you. Let's do it. Let's fucking. So from this point on, the only people who know for sure are Takemichi, Naoto, and Shifuyu. And actually, past Naoto doesn't know yet. But the only people in the past that know are Takemichi himself, of course, obviously, and Shifuyu. So now, this is when things start, in my opinion, in the manga, this is when things start getting the most crazy. Because now we're getting the versions of Tomon in the future that are, like, scary, or they blistered into new versions of Tomon, like...
We also get
I
to
won't
see, like, other characters that,
Yeah.
you know...
Had involvement.
Yeah, yeah.
There's so many characters in this show. I can't remember everything.
Nick, you don't even remember what you had for breakfast.
I think I had eggs.
There's probably a lot of brown foods.
Yeah.
But, like...
And a little yellow and white.
And what I mean by involvement is, I mean, like, we were pretty much dealing with, like, only members within Tomon in the first season, who may have been influenced by other people to go into other parts, like other gangs, right? So, like, Kazutora, he's a founder. He went to Valhalla. And then, along with Baji, right? And then that kind of thing. And then there was, you know, Mabius and all that nonsense. Or Mabius was just kind of like a rival gang. But in this, from here on out, we're going to deal with a lot of characters that, like, were from other gangs but had major influences into Tomon and made Tomon as big as it does in the future. And that's, things get nutty from here. So, like, in my opinion. So, being somebody who's read the manga, you know, I kind of, like, wasn't excited to, like, start watching it. But, like, and now I know the ending and everything.
Oh, is this
like that.
arc, like, not as good as the other arcs?
No, this arc is actually my favorite. It's just that it's a personal problem where it's like, if I read the manga and I know what happens, I'm less inclined. I feel less inclined to watch it. But actually watching the first 3 episodes, I was like, oh man, I totally remember all this, and this part's going to be really cool. This arc actually in general, the Christmas Showdown arc, is probably one of the coolest in my opinion. It's really cool. The villain or the antagonist, Taiju, is really fucking cool. Like, he's just...
Yeah, that guy's scary looking.
He's badass, dude. He's so badass.
He got a big red coat.
Big red coat. Everyone in Black
Have you ever
Dragon...
seen him and Vasta Stampede in the same room?
So everyone in Black Dragon, by the way, has a white coat, and yeah, the leader has a red coat, so it's really fucking cool.
What? That's so weird. Black Dragon, but they wear white.
Yeah,
Why is that?
I don't know. In the manga, I always assumed they were just whites with, like, black accents, but I think, yeah, they're just
I mean, they
mostly whites.
have the logo, they're like the Black
logo, yeah.
Dragon logo on the back of the white coat.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh, the dragon is black. Okay, yeah. All right.
Maybe, I think Ken Wakui also just didn't want to, like... Because Tomon's main color is black.
Yeah, I was going to
yeah,
say,
but you couldn't tell them apart, yeah.
Tomon's uniform is black, so you definitely want to, like, contrast. So,
yeah, you want to
I mean,
contrast
it's
a
the same
little
thing
bit.
with Valhalla. Like, Valhalla's jackets were white.
Yeah, they had jackets, which is cool. They had, like, these
Well, it's like the
varsity
home
jackets.
team and the away team, you know? Tomon's the home team.
Oh, Tomon's the home team. That's what I was saying. But yeah, anyways, Danny, did you watch it? I don't know if Nick, you guys watched it, right, or no?
I watched the first 2.
Okay, Danny, did you watch? You watched it, obviously, right? Because you're into Tokyo Revenge. You love Tokyo Revenge.
Yep.
What are you thinking so far? You remember this arc?
Oh yeah, I definitely remember this arc.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of like in the same boat as you, Sam, where like I'm not as enthused as I was when I was reading it, because you know, like you've been through my journey when I fucking binged it. So, but yeah, like, I mean, I definitely was constantly like WTF while I was reading it. So,
yeah.
I am actually excited to like actually see it animated and stuff and seeing what they do. I am also curious. So this is being streamed on Disney Plus, and first season was on Crunchyroll, and we also and we obviously know that Crunchyroll heavily the studio heavily censored it, and like I knew that wasn't like my most favorite thing in the world that, like the whole like
Yeah,
white,
we get
like literally the whole white like white shit thing. So I was really interested on what this was like, how this season was going to get censored. So, because I did watch it on Hulu and everything like that, and I mean, I don't know if I can see much difference. I would have to watch like the uncensored and just to see the difference. So, but I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's Tokyo Revengers. Like, I love Tokyo Revengers, so it's great to see it animated and everything. And I mean, I'm a huge Draken fan, but I definitely do like Hakai. Like, he's kind of like my second favorite, especially with this.
That's the new guy, right, with the blue hair?
With the blue hair, yeah, and the little like design with the like he has a scar on his lip and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
He's like the Clegane brothers.
He's
One of the brothers is way scarier than the other one, but the other one's still scary.
he's because he's tied.
It's probably nothing like Game of Thrones, but
Yeah, I don't get the reference. I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never seen Game of Thrones.
Anyway.
But, like,
oh, go watch Game of Thrones.
um
If you like Tokyo, it's actually on the Mal recommendations. Game
No,
of
it's
Thrones.
it's not. Yeah, Hakai's really cool. I do like Hakai.
yeah. And his sister is awesome. So
Oh, she's hot, dude. That's my wife. I just pretend these characters are all like 20 because they don't act like they're 15 or whatever.
they're like in
How old are
middle
they supposed to
school.
be?
They're not even high school.
Yeah, this is like ridiculous.
No,
There's no
yeah,
way
I think
that like
I think she's
kids
in
would
high
act
school.
like that.
'cause
I guess
she's
that's
older.
some people probably do that.
I don't remember.
Oh, she is 15.
I guess they are delinquents. So
yeah, she's older. I don't
She's
remember.
older. Yeah, she's the middle. The like the
'Cause Taiju's
the
the
middle
oldest, yeah.
sibling.
oh, she's a grandma.
Okay. Anyways, God,
So
like-
old, dude.
So I mean, I'm excited because this arc is really cool. So I think
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm
I might
I'm really
wait
looking
till it's
forward.
done and just watch it.
Yeah, I think I don't know. What I introduced, like I showed James the first season, and then
Oh, nice.
when we were done, he was all like, "Okay, so when's the next season?" And I'm all like,
2023.
not for a while." And he's all like, "What? What do you mean? Like, you mean we gotta wait?" And I said, "Yeah."
And this is why animators die.
God, why do you have to be so morbid?
Yeah, like why'd you have to take it there?
So I
but
think
yeah.
I think he's wanting to watch it together. So we'll probably watch it. Maybe not like weekly, but we will probably like watch a couple episodes, like binge a little bit of it, and then so
Yeah, I find the weekly model much harder to catch up with stuff. Daily, I think, is the best model for any show of any kind. Once a day is the best.
Tokyo Revengers, yeah, and Tokyo Revengers is kind of hard to read weekly as well. I think this show
oh
is
gosh,
Yeah.
I should
Yeah.
know.
yeah, this show is a very bingeable show, and like the last like 2 or 3 arcs, especially were hard because I was reading it when I caught up. It was a little bit. I think when I caught up, it was just a little bit past this arc. It was like going into like the stuff with Izana and stuff. So like, but that being said, it doesn't matter. But what matters is, the story is enough for it's like I would rather let it go and then just watch it.
Honestly, I
But-
think I prefer the manga over the anime, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I kind of.
Well, that's what most people say.
I mean, there are people that
Nah,
like
I
the
mean,
anime.
There's quite a few people who love the anime more. I
Yeah.
think. Well, a lot of people too, and I won't say anything, but like like a lot of people are kind of wondering if they're gonna do like a different anime ending than the manga.
Oh, they don't like the manga ending?
Some people liked it. A lot of people didn't. Some people didn't.
Did you like it?
I did not.
Oh, get wrecked, dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna be Attack on Titan, Full Metal Alchemist. Everyone's gonna get mad.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I mean, it was fine. I guess it just
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
We got to move on.
let's move on. Yeah. Nagatoro-san, second attack.
This will be quicker. Did anybody else watch this besides me?
I watched
No, I
it.
hate this show. I think it's stupid. Teasing shows are so stupid.
I think
fucking love
Kubo is
teasing
better.
I'm kind
That's
of
something that me and Danny agree on. Is the teasing shows are kind of funny.
yeah.
I mean, I'm very selective
So
on the
dumb.
teasing.
She's really cute, but
Yeah, maybe not all of them,
Not
but like
all of them. I do. I
a
definitely.
lot of them.
I definitely like Nagatoro.
I think
It's cute. But I think I like Kubo's teasing a lot more than like.
well, Kubo is funny because the guy is also like funny,
Right.
but Nagatoro, the guy, is just
He's like a scaredy
awkward.
cat and awkward and.
Yeah, but it still works. But but Nagatoro season 2. I mean, this is just girls teasing a boy that she likes.
Yeah.
That's the show.
Yeah.
I don't need to summarize anything. And this is like pretty much the quintessential teasing. Well, no, Takagi-san is probably the quintessential teasing show.
Yeah. See, I don't really care
and
about
then
that one.
Nagatoro, and then I'd say Kubo-chan is up there too. Uzaki-chan is like, I'd put that at the bottom of the teasing ones, at least the recent ones. But anyway, yeah, in this one they go to the zoo.
I thought that was cute. Like
That was pretty funny. She
Yeah.
was like, he was drawing a sloth and she was drawing him.
yeah, that lot, like the little last bit and everything.
And like when the random dude shows up and it's like, whoa, this is actually a pretty good drawing. Oh, this drawing
Yeah,
sucks though.
yeah,
And she walks
and
up,
then-
she's like, that's my drawing,
Yeah,
bitch.
he was like defending Nagatoro's drawing and stuff like that, and then Nagatoro came over and was all like, "Hey, bitch, like that's my drawing. You know I drew that, right?" And they're all like, "Oh, yeah, it's great."
Dude, she should be in Tokyo Revengers. Nagatoro would fucking clean house.
She has that weird seductive.
She'd
like,
defeat Black Dragon by herself.
Psychotic eyes, like when she gets all
Yeah.
like, "Ew." So
Yeah, it's not ahegao, it's another word that I forget. But there's a word for that where it's like they're like looking down on you a little bit or like kind of angry a little bit. But yeah. What happened to see in episode 1 again? What was that one? Episode 2 is the zoo.
The tights. They were she was making Naoto to put on her tights in the classroom. And I believe it was also she left her phone in the art club room and he went to go return it, but then he ended up hiding in the closet of her classroom. I think that's what happened. I'm not sure. But
I should have written. See, this one I should have written notes for, just like listing the gags that happened. I did enjoy it though. I think I watched this one dubbed. The sub is better for sure, but the dub is like kind of okay. I don't know. The actor who does Nagatoro, she doesn't sound crazy enough. I need her to sound a little bit more unhinged. Who did that?
Kimberly Ann Campbell.
All right, Kimberly, do a better job. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. No, it's never the voice. It's actually never the voice actor's fault because they're just like they get picked, and then they do what they can. I think she does a
It's
good
more
job, but
of
just not a
the
great job.
localization
Yeah.
translating thing. So,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, like it's
good, but not great. But
it's
yeah,
fine.
The subtitles where you
yeah.
watch this one.
I mean, I definitely. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be watching it still. But I think I honestly found my teasing show, and that's Kubo. Like I don't know. I just really like that formula of teasing versus like this one and teasing master Takagi-san. Like I don't really care about that one either. So yeah. I'm still gonna watch it. Like it's fun. I really enjoyed the first season, so
Yeah, I like the gags in the show.
Yeah, it's cute.
Good. I mean, Nagatoro is like, I think Nagatoro is my favorite teasing character, but I think you're probably right. Kubo is probably a little better.
She's just more like sweet, and obviously you can totally tell that she wants Kubo wants the main character to like know that she likes him and everything like that or whatever. So whereas this, it's just the, Naoto, he's like so awkward and doesn't really know what to do in front of a girl and stuff. Like he's always been by himself. So he just doesn't know how to kind of like deal or even react towards Nagatoro. I mean, I feel like he's getting a little better, especially the little like zoo outing and everything like that. Like that was sweet. So he even like gave her some tips on like how to draw and everything like that. And
oh yeah, she made him hold her hand.
Yeah, like that one was funny.
I actually liked her drawing better than his drawing because it was like weird looking.
I mean, it wasn't honestly,
It was funny.
it wasn't really that bad.
Yeah.
Like it was pretty good.
No, it wasn't. Yeah.
So, but yeah, like it's good. Like if you're into the whole like teasing trope and everything, and then this is So.
All right, what do we think of Nier Automata version 1.1a? Who else watched this?
I mean, I watched it.
I did not, and only because like I'm.
It got delayed. This one got delayed.
So just really quick, I'm gonna let you all pop off, but I just want to say that I'm one of those people who like if I haven't played the game, I kind of don't want to watch the show.
Yeah, I think that's
I don't
kind
know
of
why.
where
This
I'm
This
at
show
right
of feels
now,
like
too.
it kind of feels like that. It feels like if you've played the game, then you would like the show better.
Yeah.
It
So
feels like cutscenes almost.
So I mean, but if you watched it, pop off real quick, but like I didn't watch it because of that. Oops.
Yeah.
Sorry, my mic squeaked. But yeah, I didn't watch it because of that.
Yeah. I think I'm with you, Sam. Like I watched it and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the animation is gorgeous. Character design for like
Yeah, A1 Pictures did
2B
it.
and all the other characters are really pretty good. But I don't honestly. I think I'm gonna put it on hold. Just until.
Well, you have to put it on
Well,
hold.
obviously, yeah.
They delayed it.
But like, I think I would prefer to play the game versus watching it. So, if I get through my entire gaming backlog, I might pick it up. So, but I know people are enjoying it.
It's weird. A lot of the top reviews are really high scores, but then the anime only has like a 7 point something on, almost 7.5 or so.
On my end, on Mal, someone said don't recommend. They said if you've never experienced Nier before, just play the game. And
Oh, okay. Well, the game always
we
looks
should
super cool.
explain what is Nier. No, have any of us played the game?
No.
Oh man, we shouldn't even talk about this.
Yeah. You're the one who was all about it for some weird reason.
No, because it fit my name, Knock Automata. God, it's a Discord thing.
I know, but it's just like you didn't play the game.
Okay.
So like, why didn't you play
It's a
it?
distant future. There is an aerial invasion of Earth by aliens and their creations, machine life forms. They lead mankind to the brink of extinction. The surviving humans take refuge on a moon to organize a counterattack, using android soldiers to recapture Earth. This is from the Nier Automata official USA website. However, the war reaches a stalemate as the machine life forms continue to multiply infinitely. In turn, humanity deploys android soldiers as an ultimate weapon. They're called the Yorha. I probably butchered that name. Newly dispatched to Earth, 2B she's the girl android, and 2B is like a really popular character design because she has that blindfold, right? But she's an android, so it doesn't
I
matter. She can do
mean,
what she wants.
all the androids have blindfolds.
Yeah, they have black blindfolds, and they dress in black, and she has like a big ass sword and shit. But so, well, not a big sword. It's just kind of like a. Is it a katana? It looks like a katana.
Yeah, it's like a
And then 2B joins 9S, who is her analyst, and they're investigating this stuff. So like in the first, I should have watched all 3 first episodes. I ran out of time, but the first 2 episodes, it's just kind of like starting out the story, like trying to show you the world a little bit. It's hard for me to like really connect to any character so far because they're androids. So, but I'm sure the game does a good job explaining it. I'm sure it's a great story.
Man, I always thought 2B's design was so good. I think she's so hot.
Yeah, that's what carries it for sure. Yeah, I don't know. What does Danny think here?
I mean, I kind of already said my opinion.
Okay. Well,
I said I thought it was fine. Like, it's good, but
yeah,
I much rather
fine.
honestly,
like,
I much rather play the game. If I'm being honest,
yeah, it did. The
like,
first 2 episodes did not hook me in.
Yeah,
I'll put it that way.
It's kind. I hate to say it, but it is kind of boring. Like,
yeah, kind of like
drags.
the first 2. I don't know, but maybe episode 3 got better, but like, yeah, it felt kind of dry to start out. It's not terrible. It's just like, it's just not a lot to hook me in so far.
Yeah.
And I get it. She's an android. That's like her thing.
Yeah.
But Violet Evergarden did it. Shit. Do better.
Do better.
Kai is like just punching air right now. I do want to play this game. I think it's on Switch. Or there's multiple games, right? There's a whole bunch. So.
There's a few, yeah. I think it's also on the Steam buns. And
have you ever seen 2B and Bayonetta in the same room? Thought not.
Oh, God. Now he's really punching air.
Okay. Anyway, moving on.
He's cutting through the fabric of space and time right now with his fists.
Moving on.
Punching air. Yeah, dude. Cornholio, Stray Dogs, Bungholio.
No, we didn't do that one.
Okay. Bofuri.
Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I max out my defense. Season 2.
Yeah, dude.
This is by Silverlink.
Yeah, dude. Silverlink. Silverlink is underrated, I think. I don't know, man. There's some good, like.
They do a good job.
There's some good.
I mean,
constants.
they're not like the best, but they make some solid stuff.
There's some good constant names there that I think do pretty well. But like, so season 1, basically, this is Silverlink, 12 episodes. Season 1 was about this girl. I forgot her
Maple.
Maple is her game name, but her real name is the Japanese word for maple. But anyway, she's like, okay, I want to play a game because my friends are doing it, and I don't know, shit, like I'll just fucking do it. Who cares? And she jumps in and logs in, and I don't remember how she gets it, but like, she gets like a few special items, and she doesn't want to get hurt. She's like, oh, I don't want to get hurt, man. So like she puts every single stat into defense, and then it's basically so strong that when enemies like hurt themselves on her shield, they die. Like, so like they just like she'll like in the first season, in like literally 3 episodes in, she's like in a PvP tournament and she's just like jumping on people with her shield. And like she's like this cute little petite girl, and it's just like really cute. She's like this overpowered cute girl. And it's like, it's not an isekai, it's like, well, I guess you could kind of call it that, but it's like it's humans playing a video game. It's like Sword Art Online. Yeah. It's a gamified world. So it's not really like they're trapped or anything weird like that. It's just homies playing a game. And so she meets a lot of friends. She meets Sally and Iz and Kanade and all of them. And Sally's probably like her best homie from, I think they go to the same school IRL as well. But like they meet and they kind of do shit together. They start leveling up each other up together and stuff. And Sally, I think, is like a knight or just a warrior or something. I don't remember exactly what she does. I think you could call Maple's class like a dark knight, One of her like pieces of armor absorbs skills. So I don't remember all the details because I didn't remember a lot of it when I was watching it. I watched the first 2 episodes. But like one of the skills that I forgot she absorbed in season 1 was she gets to like fucking turn into this big alien monster thing with 4 arms. She looks like a fucking xenomorph on steroids, pretty much. And which is really funny because like she like they give her like all of, like her, you know, she's still in control, so she's like she gets like afraid and kind of cute, like, oh my god, what do I do? Do I hit him? I don't know. It's like this big alien creature, like, but like, yeah, no, it's still really cute. The first episode basically starts with the game devs or whatever, they raise the like max, like there's
the game devs had to nerf Maple in the first season.
Did they?
Right.
I totally forgot if they.
Well, they had to nerf something in the game that nerfed Maple pretty much.
Okay. I think I remember what you're talking about, but I don't, because like I barely kind of remember. Just like with.
Yeah, I barely remember too. It's they did something to that effect.
Yeah,
like she was too good.
It's kind of like with you guys in Demon Academy, because I don't remember it too much. I just remember Maple.
Yeah, the first season was 2020.
Yeah, I just remember Maple and Sally. Like I remember them the most. But like, they raised the level cap of like the levels you can explore or something to level 4. So then Sally's like, the beginning of the first episode is Sally calling her and going, dude, let's log in right now and go kill the level 3 bosses and let's go. It's like, okay, so let's do it. And so that's kind of how the season 2 starts. And then she meets the one guy. He was like this cool dude. I will say this, okay, and I don't know what kind of effect it is. It's probably just a computer effect or something. But there was this guy that she met halfway through season 2, and he's got this rainbowish armor. It was super dope. I'm trying to find the character's name. Payne. His name is Payne. 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 He's the Order of the Holy Swords Guild Master, and a swordsman of New World Online's top player with the highest level in the game. And he's a specialized solo player in the PvP format. But yeah, super cool. I was like, I really love the way the animation kind of the way this effect looks in this animation. His character design is really cool. I will say this: the armor design and character design in Bofuri is super dope. Like, super cool, man. I love Maple's main armor. You know, she's this really bubbly girl in this really kind of like dark, evil kind of looking.
Yeah, she
armor.
looks like it's like almost like a samurai or something, but you can see her shoulders.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird knightly samurai-ish, like
yeah,
a nice
like a
blend.
knight or something.
Yeah, and it's kind of like evil looking, but she's like this really bubbly girl, you know, so it's kind of cute. I really like Payne's design a lot. Obviously, Sally's design is kind of like whatever, you know. She doesn't really wear too much armor. She just wears like this kind of like standard outfit, you know. But that's because she's like really fast and shit. So like, but anyway,
She's kind of quick though.
she's kind of quick, dude. Read the manga, read the light novels, dude. She's quick. But yeah, I like it. I don't know if I'm gonna keep watching it just because like when I was watching it today, I was kind of like, man, I don't really remember some of this. I think for me, it's just kind of like you know what it is? It's kind of just like a waifu fantasy show a little bit, because a lot of the main characters that you follow are girls, and then you meet these really hot male characters that Maple's like shy to be around, and it's kind of cute. But like, we're getting a lot more characters this season, I guess, too. So, but I really just like Maple. Like, honestly, I almost just watch it just because of her. She's so cute and bubbly and hilarious.
I mean, the show feels like a video game.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So if you're into that, then it's right up your alley.
Yeah.
And I think the backgrounds look pretty good, actually. I like the world that they're in. It's like a purple, blue, pink world.
It's
Pretty cool.
It's decently bright. It's like Konosuba bright, almost even a little bit more brighter. Like, yeah. I do like, the backgrounds are really nice, actually. Now you say that. But yeah, really cool, man. I like Bofuri. And I like Maple. She's really cute. And the animation's decent. It's very nice. Easy on the eyes. So, yeah, dude.
This is like the type of anime that should be like the baseline for anime. It's not gonna blow your mind, but it's good enough to watch it.
That's a good way to say it. I kind of agree with you,
It's
honestly.
colorful. I mean, it's obviously different types of anime should exist, not just this kind, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
not genre-wise, but you just mean
Yeah,
production-wise. Yeah. I kind of agree with
it's
that.
like it shouldn't get worse than this. If it gets worse than this, then it should not exist.
Right.
I'm not saying this is bad, but you know what I mean. It should
But
be at
no,
least
like,
yeah.
you know, I kind of feel like Vinland Saga Season 2 is animated worse than this. Like, this had, like...
God, I got to rewatch that or something. I swear. I did not notice it being that bad.
There was, like I said, there's a few parts in it that's, like, really good, and
The OP and ED looked really good, I think.
the OP was pretty good, but, like, the OP was also
The
kind
ED
of montage.
looked really good, I'm saying.
The OP in Vinland Saga 2 was very montage-ish. It wasn't really, like, an animated opening. You know what I mean? It was, like, a lot of
Okay.
very slideshowy. I don't know, man.
I take that as a personal assault.
That's assault, brother. Yeah, dude. I don't know if I'm gonna keep watching it. I'll probably just wait till it's done and just put it on in the background when I'm bored while working or something later when it's done.
Yeah, it's kind of a good background show, and it has a dub, so
Yeah, it has a dub. So there you go. Okay. The next sequel going down is Inspector 2. Who's watching Inspector 2?
Oh shit, I totally forgot.
Oh,
I think I saw season 1.
I was gonna say I thought you guys liked
Dude, I didn't have time any. Oh no, you know what? I dropped it. I dropped season 1.
Oh, did you?
That's why.
Danny really liked it, I think.
I did.
Season 2
It
has
was
a higher
I gotta
score,
watch
so.
it because Danny says I like it a little bit.
I mean,
Because I dropped it.
it's, I mean, if you like the whole like mystery kind of thing, then it's up your alley. It's definitely like detective kind of, you know, mystery solving.
I just was really into the character design. Like, it's really creative. The one fucking... I don't know. I don't remember what
The
it was.
main girl.
The main bad guy in the last one, it's like it whips around this big girder, this huge building beam.
Yeah.
That was badass. Like, I
Yeah,
was like, dude.
that was definitely like the ghost that people were trying to figure out. Like,
Yeah,
what's going on.
okay. Anyway, Danny, so did you watch some of season 2 then?
Yeah, I only got to 2 episodes. Did I watch? No, I did watch 3 episodes. Yeah. So, but so the end of season 1, they figured out the mystery of the whole like ghost girl, you know, killing people with the like construction beam thing and everything. So, and it definitely goes into like a lot more on why that is, because that kind of like antagonist figure was unbeatable. So so the whole thing with season 1 was they were trying to figure out a way to beat this entity and everything. And they did. I'm not going to say how they did it, because if you haven't watched it, I mean, it's a pretty climactic ending, and you just need to experience it yourself. So,
Because it looks like it's animated pretty well.
I honestly really like how it's animated.
Brian's base did this one.
Yeah, Brian. Yeah, I remember it looking really cool.
Well, yeah, the main character especially. But like, I'm wondering if the low score is from like people's initial impressions.
I will
pretty
admit,
popular.
I will admit, the first season it's a little slow.
And they had different arcs, right? That was a series of small mini
They
arcs
were
or like mysteries.
again, they were like little mysteries here and there and everything. So it was a lot.
So like, there's like 2-3 episodes per mystery. Or
Yeah,
something like that.
it's definitely a lot of
Yeah.
dialogue and stuff. So, but the second season, it's a whole new thing. You know, there isn't really like a huge antagonist at the moment. Right now, first of all, I thought I was going to have to rewatch this one again because the first season came out in 2020. And I was just like, oh no, I'm not going to remember what the hell happened in season 1. But luckily, the first episode of the second season, they kind of give you, there's like these 3 ghosts, and they're kind of like they're playing old maid, and they're kind of talking about Kotoko, who is the main character, and she's pretty much the goddess of wisdom. So she is kind of like the guardian and the protector of like spirits, Shinigami and demons and all that kind of stuff. So, and these 3 ghosts are kind of like giving you a little mini review on what happened in the first season. So I really definitely appreciated that. So I didn't have to go back and watch the first season all over again, just so that I know what the heck's going on.
Danny, you got to start going to YouTube and just typing in like Inspector summary. It's so much quicker.
I mean, I guess, but all at the same time, I'd much rather watch it again, just so that I know. I don't know. I'm not like you. I actually do like to do rewatches.
I actually like anime.
I don't watch shows at 2 times speed.
Some shows are better at 2 times speed.
Yeah, well,
I still haven't tried it.
That's just your opinion.
I know we were memeing about it for a long time, but I actually might try and watch one at 2 times speed.
No, Sam.
Sam, you got to build up. You're gonna pull a hammy, okay?
Oh, sorry. Okay, 1.5. I'll do 1.5.
1.5.
No.
Okay. Maybe even 1.25. You got to warm up a little, okay?
Maybe.
And then when you really want to understand everything and get big-brained, you go back down to 1.0 and you take off your weighted training cloak, and you're just like, this is my final form. And then you fucking, you big-brain that shit.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Like Piccolo.
Yeah. You make a little mini crater in the ground with your cloak.
Oh, man. So, Danny, you going to keep watching Inspector 2 then?
Yes, because so since like episode 1 was kind of like the reviewer, the episode 2 and 3 is focusing on a Yuki-onna, and the Yuki-onna is kind of tagging along of this human who she saved him because his so-called friend pushed him off a mountain because of jealousy and stuff. And this guy is like he's always at the wrong place at the wrong time. So a lot of things kind of happened. His wife was cheating on him and was going to leave him with her lover, but he ended up divorcing her beforehand. And he became like this big shot of a company, and his colleague, like his partners who he helped develop this company, kind of like kicked him out and like took the company over. So he is just like, he has like a lot of misfortune going on. And these last the first 3 episodes, or the first 2 episodes after the review, is pretty much trying to figure out who actually killed Masayuki's ex-wife, because the police ended up coming to his house and said, hey, so you're the prime suspect of this of your ex-wife's murder. She actually wrote a note saying that if anything should happen to me, it was it was you and stuff. And I mean, obviously he has an alibi because he's been hanging out in this house that he bought up in the mountains, and he's just been hanging out with this Yuki-onna. But the Yuki-onna is a spirit, and it's like, you can't have a spirit say, yes, I know he has an alibi because he was with me the whole time. So so they're just trying to figure out like who actually killed his ex-wife and everything. So
It wasn't me. It was the one-armed man. Gotcha. Okay.
It's fun. I like it. It's getting pretty dicey. So
Okay. The next sequel, I don't think we're watching. It's the By the Grace of Gods 2. No one's watching that one, right?
what?
No.
I don't
am
think
not.
anyone. Yeah, okay, so we'll just skip that one.
Well, Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon is on season 4.
Yeah, I haven't
But
watched any of that. People have been telling me
I
to
am
watch
not
it.
even close. So, yeah. It exists.
It's a show.
And then it's a show that's there.
Season 1 was fun.
And then there's also Sudene, the linking shot.
Oh, yeah. Danny's watching this.
Yeah.
Wait,
Wait,
where's-
I thought,
whoa,
what about
are you skipping ahead?
Trigun?
Yeah, you're skipping ahead, Sam. There. What are you doing?
But Trigun's not a sequel. We're doing the sequels first, and then we're doing the stragglers.
Okay,
we
we're doing
missed last
sequel.
week.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, remember when we all agreed on that, and you guys just fucked it up just now? Thanks a lot.
Well, you
Okay,
just
moving
said that
on.
we were going down the list, and Sudene is
All right,
all
Sam.
the way down at the bottom.
Edit this out.
No, I'm gonna leave it in because y'all suck.
Okay,
So
edit it
who's
back
watching
in.
Lincoln Shot?
Wait, what?
Who's watching the Sudene? The
Yes,
Face
I think
Jackson with the
I'm
ball.
honestly the only one out of all three of us that's watching this.
Surune. Yeah, that's the sound an arrow makes. That's all I know. It's Kyoto Animation, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Why do I not see it? Where the... Okay, here it is. It's free, but with bow and arrows. Right?
No, I really no.
Nope. Not at all.
No. The main character compared to Haru from Free is like they're on polar opposite ends. The main character, who is Narumiya, he has what is it? He has a where is it? He kind of has like PTSD, so like he kind of it's not stage fright. It's he calls it something in the show, and I can't remember. Panic something.
it's a kind of anxiety.
Yeah,
he
like
has.
I mean, he loves archery, but then like some traumatic event happened, and he
got shot in the ass.
No, he lost. He oh god.
He took an arrow to the knee.
Sorry, Danny. Go ahead. Sorry.
Nick,
That's a
shut up.
blast from the
God
past.
damn it! Like
That's like a
can't.
decade-old meme, I think.
He got lost. He lost.
he lost his self confidence at like his last at his last competition in middle school. So he kind of like quit Kudo and everything like that. But over time, like that's kind of what happened in season 1. And then he ended up eventually joining a team, and they actually at the end of the first season, they actually did manage to make the prelims, I believe. So now in between this season, season 2 and season 1, there is an OVA that happened, but it's like kind of like a one-shot deal. It's like it's kind of like a filler. Like it doesn't really have anything to do with the in between events, really. So it's, if you want to watch it and you enjoyed like the first season, go ahead, watch the OVA. It's only one episode. So but we do get to meet a new character in this second season, and I kind of like him. His name is Nikaido, and he's fucking hot. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, they all are, Danny. They all
I mean,
are.
it's Kyoani. Like, come on.
They make them hot because in real life, we're disgusting.
I do.
At least the filthy Westerners.
Now, I
are.
will
I don't know about
say,
Japanese men.
I know I am well known of being Danny the dub, but I recommend not watching the dub. It's kind of bad. So,
Okay.
That can be your Trigun name. Dubbarella the Vicious.
That's lame.
I don't know. Dubbarella sounds dumb too.
Double. Nick is still doing the Trigun.
Like we have not been on that topic like for at least like a good hour, and he's still on it.
The best one is Mid Valley, the Horn Freak. What a fucking name, dude.
Anyway.
Okay. Anyways, what's some stragglers we missed?
Yeah.
Let's move on to those because
Looking for more sequels here.
No, that's it. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so we all watched Trigun. Let's just start with Trigun, dude. People are fucking waiting.
Because this is the best one. Trigun Stampede's the best one.
I just have to say one thing before we start. Trigun is better than Trigun.
God, shut up, dude.
I keep saying that in the Discord. I put the little carrot.
I think, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna.
This is completely different from the first Trigun.
I'm gonna pop off, and then Danny's gonna pop off, and then we're gonna move on.
No, I watched it.
No, here's why you're a bitch. Because I'm I said this years ago. I said CG anime is getting better. If they start getting it to
Studio
the point
Orange. I'm sorry. I just had to say it. Okay. Continue.
It's Sam's turn, Danny.
Some of the staff on Studio Orange, and I only remember one of their names, and I can't think of it right now. But like they are working on this one as well. They were on Beastars. They did Beastars as well. But like something you have to understand is I said this years ago. Years ago I said this. I don't remember how many years ago, but it was long enough for it to merit me to exaggerate it enough where it was like 15 million years ago. I said CG anime is getting better, and if they get it to a point where it's looking like how Arxis animated Dragon Ball Fighters and the last two Guilty Gear games, then especially Guilty Gear Strive, then CG anime is going to be like, it's going to be really good. It's going to look really good. And it's like getting to that point now. And the art direction of like Beastars was good, and this is better. Like this is like, it may not look that different to some people going from Beastars to this, but it actually is better. And I'm kind of tired of the anti-CG people. Like they just are like,
Nick.
CG bad.
And like I get it, because there's CG anime out there that is really bad. I get it. But like when it comes to Studio Orange, they are setting the bar. And like aside from it being CG,
yeah, they did Land of the Lustrous.
Yeah. They did Land of the Lustrous, and I complained about Land of the Lustrous being CG too, because I used to be that way too. And
well, that one they were all rock people, so it made sense.
Did you watch
Yeah.
Land of the Lustrous some?
I only watched like the first couple episodes.
Oh.
But I'm gonna go back.
You would probably like
You
it.
I'm gonna go
should-
back and rewatch it again.
Yeah.
But like
it has an 8.4 on Mal.
I
That's
remember
pretty good.
watching it and going, "Oh, it's CG. This is dumb," and then like just writing it off. But like, I'm a big enough whore to know like to admit when I'm being a whore. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, that's like I know when I'm. Shut up. Okay, so like, Trigun, aside from it being CG, okay, the storyboarding and art direction is really good. And here's my favorite part about it, aside from it just looking really fucking fantastic. One of my favorite parts about it is like, yeah, we're doing a fucking reboot of it. So this is a new version of the original story. They know old fans.
It's like Trigun Brotherhood, kind of, but different.
Right, and I don't know if it like I don't know much about the manga. I've never read the manga, so like for people out there who's read Naito's manga, let me know. But like I don't know if it's supposed to be like more closer to the manga or whatever the hell. But like for the way they're writing this, it seems like if you're a fan of the original, then like they're not going to like redo the twists and turns and things you find out later in the original. They did it all right away. So all the stuff that's like, they told you about it right away in this new version. So for fans who are watching the original thinking they're going to get the same
like
thing.
Vash and Knives' backstory.
Yeah, right. So like
Kind of.
for those people who are afraid of like getting like just like an the same thing but CG, no, it's completely different. And I think most people who do like it, their one complaint is there's no Millie, obviously, and I love Millie too. I wish Millie was in it. Maybe she'd
they
be in it
kind of
later.
swapped her out for the guy. What's his name?
Roberto De Niro.
Roberto, yeah.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro, literally.
Yeah, Robert De Niro. I can't wait to see Legato. I hope Legato's in it. I'm only 3 episodes in, obviously, so if he's already in it, then I haven't seen it yet.
Man, the soundtrack, though, it's missing that old soundtrack. I'll let you keep going. Go ahead.
Yeah, the soundtrack, I think is really good in this one, but obviously like the old kind of like rock western thing that they had going on in the original was really good too. But I don't know, man. So far I really like it, and that's all I'm going to say. I think people are just on haterade.
We should explain what Trigun is.
Sorry,
first,
I didn't explain at all what Trigun is. Yeah, Trigun follows the the story of Vash the Stampede, aka the humanoid typhoon.
Tall blonde guy in a red coat. Black
Tall
boots.
blonde guy in a red coat. And
he has a gun.
He's wanted for $6 million in the original.
In the old one, it was $60 billion double dollars.
Yeah, in the old one, it's $60 billion double dollars.
So it's like, whoa,
I mean, it's
what
the
happened
same
there?
thing. Like the flyer shows 60 million double dollars as well.
Oh, but
they only
said
say
$60
dollar
million.
yeah, I don't know why, but like, I don't know if I think it's the same thing. I don't know why, but they only say
double dollar sounds cooler though.
double dollars, yeah. But like, basically, they call him the humanoid typhoon because wherever he goes, he leaves destruction behind him. And it's like, well, I wonder why, whatever. And it's because of his past, right? And so, like, the people who are after him, because he's worth so much at this point, it's just like wherever he goes. So many people are after him, they don't care about the destruction they leave behind trying to capture him. And also the fact that his brother is after him, trying to get him to come back with him and do things with him and whatever. His brother being Millions Knives. So it kind of it takes place on a planet called No Man's Land, which is this really like dry desert planet, like Tatooine level, and it's like kind of a futuristic steampunk industrial.
Was the original one? They were in Gunsmoke.
No, the original one was also No Man's Land.
Oh, but Planet Gunsmoke. Oh, is No Man's Land like the country they're in or something?
No, No Man's Land is the planet they're on.
Okay, but in the original Trigun, they called it Planet Gunsmoke.
Did they really?
Yeah.
So you have to understand, I haven't seen the original in a long time, so I don't know if I can.
Yeah, I haven't either. We should rewatch that. It's a good idea.
We should also watch Badlands Rumble because I haven't seen Badlands Rumble.
Yeah, I haven't either.
But yeah, the original is really cool. I love the original. But yes, sorry. You guys go ahead, and then we can. Oh, you're right, Nick. It says it right here on Mal.
Yeah.
Traverses the wasteland of planet
That's
Gunsmoke.
a badass fucking planet name too.
Yeah, maybe.
Gunsmoke. Shit.
Yeah. Anyway, what do you guys think? Nick is on hater.
Getting the Millennium Falcon. We're going to Gunsmoke.
We're going to Gunsmoke. Who's watching?
All
Who's
right.
going to watch? I'm going to watch this whole
watching
thing.
this.
I'm watching this whole thing.
I'm watching. I'm going to say this. Going into this one, I thought I was wanting to not like it. To not like the new one because I hate new things. Because I like the original a lot. The first Trigun, that was like, we watched that on, what was it, Adult Swim or Cartoon Network? Where was that? It aired in a few places, right?
Adult Swim was on Cartoon Network.
But like it aired late at night, right?
On Adult Swim.
On TV. That's a thing that used to exist, TV.
Yeah, TV.
And
yeah.
that's like a millennial thing. This is like a millennial. This is such a fucking millennial anime. Like
it kind of is, yeah.
The original one.
If you were a kid and you had Sci-Fi and Cartoon Network and Adult Swim, then
yeah. And so that was fun, like staying up late and watch it. So I definitely have nostalgia bias for sure. But like, I re-listened to some of the original soundtrack and it's fucking banger after banger, dude. It's so fucking good still. The soundtrack does age really well. I'd have to rewatch the whole show to see how well the show ages, but I remember like the highs of the show were really high. I know that it was like it had some really crazy shit that went down. So the new one, I came in, I watched it, and I actually kind of I agree with Sam. Like, you're right. The what do you call it? The storyboarding is pretty good, and like the animation looks really good overall, and the backgrounds look great, and it's not like way too clunky or way too smooth. But there's a little more work to be done. It's still not like perfect or anything. It's still they still feel a tiny bit clunky like the humans, but they're much better than any other previous like CG TV anime. So it's definitely making a huge improvement. They feel a little more like lifelike and wobbly. But as far as like the new Trigun Stampede, I guess I can call it Trigun Stampede. The thing that gets me is the characters don't feel as it doesn't feel like as rounded or like lived in as the old show that I remember, and my memory's a little foggy on that. You know what I'm saying? It feels like they just kind of jump from scene to scene, and there's a bunch of stuff happen. It almost feels like Imaishi directed this, like Hiroyuki Imaishi. It feels like that a little bit. It's like Studio Trigger makes Trigun, which some people like, but the original one, like you really had to like stew in it for a while, and the original one is might be more episodes. I don't know how many episodes they're doing for the new one here. The original was 26, I think.
I believe it's 24.
26 was the original.
Oh, it says unknown for Trigun Stampede.
Yeah, the new one, I don't know.
Yeah.
So they're probably doing at least 13. They're probably going to do, they might even do 2. I don't know. I'm speculating. But, yeah, it just doesn't feel like Wolfwood and Vash and Millie and Roberto's the new guy. I actually kind of like Roberto.
Millie
He's
is
kinda
not
cool. He's
in
just
this. You're talking about
not
Meryl.
Millie. God damn it. What the fuck? Whatever. Millie, Meryl, same person.
Not really.
Meryl is now Robert De Niro. But yeah, I kind of like his like gruff like old guy who's all jaded. That's kind of funny. But the thing is, like, it's just actually it almost reminds me of Lupin the Third a little bit, because I think Lupin had a CG show too that was recent. Yeah, it's just missing that like extra like character ingredient and the soundtrack. The soundtrack is not anywhere remotely close to the old show. The old show is like one of the all-time best soundtracks in anime, I think. Period. Period to tuh, with a T at the end of it. I just spit on my monitor. So that's the thing. Soundtrack not as good, characters not as good. The animation is actually really cool. I'm still gonna watch it. I still actually like it more than I thought I would. I actually don't like how they rushed into showing all the knives and Vash like flashback stuff. I like how they slow rolled it a little bit in the original. Not that the original is perfect, but yeah, that's kind of my basic thoughts on it. I've seen the first 4 episodes.
Okay, and Danny, what are you thinking so far?
Well, I am completely opposite of Nick.
Good. All is right with the world.
I don't agree with Nick that, the characters are, like, not as well-rounded. Like, I don't believe that. A lot of people are going into this thinking, oh, it's going to be a reboot of the original, blah, blah, blah. And it's all like, no, you can't. Something like this, you can't really go into thinking that it's going to be like the original. Because, I mean, before the original Trigun, there was Badlands Rumble. So, and that was a whole story of its own. That was a movie.
Well, that came out after Trigun.
That's what I said. I said it was after.
Oh, I thought you said before. Okay, never mind.
Before this one. Before Stampede.
Oh, before this one. Yeah.
So, but like, I mean, I don't even think that they rushed into, Vash and Knives' story. I mean, that you kind of really expect that, really. So personally, I mean, we still don't even know what Knives looks like grown up. Like, we haven't seen truly his whole entire face. So I honestly think how they are portraying Knives is as like this all-time like most terrifying being that is out there, and they still haven't even showed his face. They only like showed half of it because he's in that like cloak looking thing.
Well, yeah, they showed his attacks, which were really cool. It's like
just
a
the
shitload of
attacks,
knives.
but we haven't we haven't seen what he looks like. We've only seen him in that like big like tentacle octopus looking cloak
But I
thing.
think, but that's a flaw though. It's
I don't think so.
It's like the movie Jaws. Like you
So
want the villain
you're
to
saying-
be lurking. You want it to be like less is more. Jurassic Park style. They've already showed too much of him.
I don't think so. I disagree.
The villain is way more scary if like you build up to it. You're like, oh shit.
I disagree. So I definitely
Yeah, because in the original we didn't see like who Knives was until like he was mentioned, and then
I feel
Yeah,
like
the original I like because like they did a flashback partway through the show, and like they were building up to it more.
But
But
you didn't-
I know the original is not perfect either. It might have been a little flawed, but I got to
Yeah.
rewatch it.
But in the original also you didn't see how he looked like as an adult until later, because the flashback just showed him as a
like
kid.
very close to the end of the show. We've
So Daniel, are you saying that it's okay that we've seen most of them already, or
mean,
Nick is not? Nick is hating, but like
Nick always drinks on Haterade all the time, especially when it comes to CG.
Lettuce flavored
So-
haterade.
I mean, I'm just glad that it's completely different, and this is how we're getting.
Well,
it,
that's
you know
what
I mean?
I'm
Like, I
saying.
Yeah,
don't
it is.
really-
It is way
That's-
different. That's one thing for sure.
That's
Yeah,
why
I
I'm
don't really care about
liking
seeing
it,
them
in
all
all
right now.
honesty. I mean, it's a fresh new take on a story that we know. It's kind of saying, why change something that isn't broken, really? Because, I mean, Trigun will always be there,
Yeah, you can go watch the original.
literally
if
you
want.
can just go watch the original. This honestly is just like a completely brand new take on characters that are based off of
Yeah,
Trigun.
they
Those
kind of have to
characters.
do that too,
Yeah.
because it'd be stupid if they did like a shot for shot
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and the fact, like, I know people are upset that Millie isn't in this, but in all honesty, I'm completely fine that Millie isn't in this. I also really appreciate that Meryl isn't this annoying little frickin' person who constantly follows Vash around, and everything like that. Like, she's...
Yeah, because in the old one they were insurance company people.
yeah.
Honestly, I think she was she was really annoying. I never really liked Meryl to begin with in the original. But in here, like, I don't hate her. Like, she's
a goody two shoes, like overly what do you call it? Straight.
she's a
Because,
likable.
like, she doesn't.
She's a likable character, especially the dynamic
She doesn't
between her and
do-
Roberto.
Yeah, Roberto is like the opposite. He's all gruff and jaded, and she's like by the book and thinks everything has to be clean and stuff. He's like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah, it's like that's not how the world works, man.
They're driving past like sandworms and shit, and she's like, we have to follow the rules.
And I honestly, it makes sense that they're reporters and not insurance people. Like,
Yeah, the thing is, like, the reporter thing hasn't played into it very much yet.
not yet, but I mean, it'll definitely. I mean, obviously, the reason why they're doing what they're doing is because they want to like talk to Vash. Like, that was the main thing that Meryl
Yeah.
talked about in the first episode was.
But like,
you know-
how is she connected? It sounds like she's just swept up in his typhoon, really. So, and I guess everybody is, but it would be nice to have them like report back or like show a scene of them reporting back and be like, okay, this is what we're doing.
I mean,
here's
for
our
all
base
you
of
know,
operation, and,
like
I don't know.
she
That might not be in the
but
manga,
she
but
probably went to like her like wherever her employer is and said, hey, I want to do this story, and they're all like, well, you better not. And like this is probably like a thing like, well, I'm gonna go do it anyway. And then they're all like, well, Roberta, you better go with her or else like she'll get killed or whatever. I don't like, you don't know the whole story yet. So, but personally, I love the character design in this show. Like,
the designs look
I
pretty
love how Vash looks. I love that, like, he doesn't have this weird gone spiky hair shit. Like, he has, like...
Well, it was the late 90s.
He
what do you
has,
want?
like, an actual kind of, like, real-life haircut.
Well, yeah, he has a 2023 haircut.
I love it. Like, I love how
that's how every TV show
I love
and movie
how
is
he
made.
looks. I love how Meryl looks.
Yep.
Meryl's outfit in this is really cute.
I just love everything. I love how the character designs are. I also really like Vash's like mechanical arm. So, I
will say this: his mechanical arm in the original was way cooler because it had like a gun.
Yeah, but you don't
like,
know what his arm does in this one yet.
Yeah, that's true. We don't.
So,
but like, I'm just saying.
We don't know.
It looks like it just comes off or comes apart. I don't know, but I could be tripping because it is way different looking. So like, that's the thing. You don't know. So shut up.
You just
Sam.
gotta keep fucking watching, dude. Like,
yeah, keep watching it, Sam. Why don't you calm the fuck down?
Stop complaining that his arm looks lame when you don't even know what it actually is.
I didn't say
do.
no. His arm now looks amazing. I'm saying it looks cooler in the other one.
I think everything looks cooler in the old one. Fight me.
I will fight you.
I think every character design is better in the old one. All of
whatever. I mean, I am happy with.
They're too pretty boy in this new one. They're too like Kuroko basketball, new Legend of the Galactic Heroes. You know, they're
honestly,
not gruff enough.
like,
they're not like
no.
They're not dead-eyed enough. You know. And Vash in the old one, he's a goofball. You know, he's kind of fun. And this one, he's not really a goofball.
Again, this is like a completely different story. Like,
yeah,
people. That's what I'm saying, Nick. You have to stop comparing it to something that you already know. This is like a completely different story. This is a completely different universe. So
yeah.
They're not always going to do the whole, like, okay, Vash is going to be a dumbass, goofball throughout the whole entire thing who likes fucking donuts. So.
Dude, he is a goofball in this one a little bit, though.
Like he had, like.
Not really.
Are you kidding me?
Not so
when
far.
He was trying to fight that police dude and he had no bullets and he's all like, someone give me a bullet. Like.
And then when he was running away
that
from
was
the
like
town
his
in
one
the second
moment.
one.
That was his one moment. That's true.
Come on.
Even when he was running away from the townspeople in the second one, and he's like jumping around doing kind of half-ass parkour, like that was really funny. I thought.
Yeah, one thing I find interesting is the stats on my anime list are really weird because like most shows you'll get like a smattering of like 7, 8, 9, 10. That's like where most stuff is, and then you'll have a big chunk at 1. That's like 1%. People give a 1 out of 10. But in Trigun Stampede. You have 2.4% gave it a 1, 1.2% gave it a 2, 1.6 gave it a 3, 2.7 gave it a 4. Like, that never happens. Like, nobody ever scores any anime a 2, 3, or 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just wondering why that happened for this one.
They're probably just
it's a CG thing. It's a combination of it's CG and it's a remake or a reimagining.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's probably why. But that's crazy. Like, I wonder how Brotherhood compares. Because that's
sure.
kind of another remake. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, I will say that I do love Vash's and Knives' character designs a little better in the older one than this one, but I do love them in this one a lot. Like they're.
Yeah, I mean they look good in this one. I love them
differently.
They're just too pretty. They're too pretty.
I don't know. I love them differently, maybe. I don't know. But the original.
I like them a little ugly.
The original is like iconic. You know what I mean? You have like not Seth MacFarlane, but the Todd McFarlane toy lines of Vash and you went to the store and you saw and you were like, oh, that's Vash the Stampede. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah. Anyway, no, I'm in love with it. I think it's great. I'm with Danny on this one, and I'm glad Nick likes it or is enjoying it at least.
Get out of
I
here.
tolerate it.
Get out of here.
That
The old
being
one's
said-
better. You'll never beat it.
That being said, we should get on to these last few here.
Yeah, you got to edit. Some. Okay, high card. Or did I skip one?
No, I mean, high card was one Danny wanted to talk about last week, and
I did watch it.
and we
part of
didn't
it.
because I was like, oh, I wanted to see it, and then Danny was like, okay, we'll see it till next week. So, yeah, I like it. I watched the first 2 episodes. I did not get to the third one. I had to fart, so I forgot.
Studio Hibari. Never heard of them.
Studio Hibari, dude.
Oh, they did Assassination. Oh, they produced Assassination Classroom. Okay.
So this is 12 episodes Studio Hibari. After discovering that his orphanage was on the brink of closing due to financial stress, Finn, who was living freely on the streets, set out for a casino with aim of making a fortune. However, nothing could have prepared him for the nightmare that was awaiting him. Once there, Finn encountered a car chase and bloody shootout caused by a man's lucky card. And then he finds out that these lucky cards are called X-Plane cards, and they grant powers to the people using each card. And so each card has like a different ability, and the one that he had on his person was the 2 of Spades, and it gives, I forgot, they didn't really describe the power it gave him in the first 2 episodes.
So
but like,
the first 2 episodes,
he gives him a gun.
Yeah.
He gets a gun. He gets a little pea
the
shooter.
2 spades, he is able kind of to just like, he has like an accurate shot.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and
I know it's called like the new Nambo or whatever.
yeah, and
Yeah, the new Nambu.
And so all of and there are 52 of these X-Plane cards. And
Like a regular deck.
and whoever is bestowed with these cards, they are the only ones that are able to use that card. So if, say, you find somebody with like the 5 of Hearts and you take that card, you yourself won't be able to use that card. You can only
use one card at a time.
You can only use the
too.
card that you were bestowed with.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but they can prevent the other people from using theirs pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the company that Chris is a part of, they are wanting to collect all 52.
Yeah. And Chris
And
runs
then what they're going to
into-
do at the end is a game called 52 card pickup. They're just going to scatter 'em.
I mean, honestly, that's
Well,
kind
that's
of
actually
what
what
they're
happens in the
doing right
beginning.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it'd be funny if they just did that, though.
The
My nephew
cards-
wants to play.
So like basically there's like a little prologue, and the prologue is like this one person. It seems like an organization. They're trying to steal a case full of them. I don't know how many cards were in it.
Most
But
likely the
basically
52.
she fucking. Well, I don't know if it was all 52 or not, but it kind of looked like it. But yeah, like she drops it, or the case opens when she's getting shot at, and it straight up does a Dragon Ball thing.
Yeah.
After you make your wish, they shoot up in the air and then scatter in different directions. That's literally what they did. So, then the show starts a year later. So, in the beginning, after the casino bullshit and the car chase, Chris Redgrave grabs Finn Oldman, and Finn is the one who has the 2 of Spades on him, and they're gonna kill him at first just to take his card, but then he's like, "Hold on a second, dude, calm the fuck down."
Yeah,
all right?"
like I can be worth your while and all that kind of stuff. So, and I don't know what the old guy, what his name was, but he got a phone call of like the head of the company, and
yeah,
he was all like, okay, so like apparently like the CEO of the company was all like, yeah, just keep him, and if he screws up, multiple times, just kill him after, so.
and then take his card. But yeah,
Um,
then he ends up working for them, and at the front of the company is like a luxury car
Yeah.
place called Pinochle.
Yeah. A car
And
dealership.
it's like Rolls Royce. Like they look like Rolls Royces, kind of. Yeah, it's really cool actually.
It's like a cover up kind of thing. Like that's their
yeah.
undercover job and stuff. So, yeah.
And so this is based on a mixed media thing. I don't know if it's how many other things they have in it or whatever. Like if they have games or whatever. But it seems original in the case of the anime. So, but it's kind of cool. Sorry, Daniel, what were you gonna say? I was just gonna say because I didn't know if it was based on the manga. But it's not. It's based on a mixed.
They have like
remember.
JoJo stand names.
So
for their,
I mean,
for their
I just
abilities.
went.
That's kind of cool.
I just went to like Google it, and there's like a consist of manga series, novel series, drama CDs. So like, there's a lot of material.
It's one of those mixed media things where they just come out with different things all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So like the anime may not be necessarily based on the manga or
The
what have you.
drama
you know, this
CDs or
that.
whatever, novels. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure the drama CDs probably has like a different.
High
thing.
Card was heavily inspired by the Kingsman movies. I can totally see that.
Oh yeah, Kingsman was pretty. Actually, funny story. I've seen Kingsman 2, but not Kingsman
What
1.
the
Dude,
hell?
you gotta watch the
You
first
gotta
one.
watch
You
the
gotta watch
first
the first
one.
one. The first one's so good. The comics are
One of
really
my friends
good.
is going. They're like, Nick, I need a partner to the movie.
I think the comics and movies are both good, just like I do.
Yeah.
Like Millar movies are pretty good, and Millar comics are pretty good. So, but like that being said,
I just want to name their little attacks. They have Calories High, Rock and Rock, and Neo New Nambu. Those are cool.
those are cool, dude. But yeah, that's actually hilarious, Danny, because I can see that in this.
Yeah,
It's definitely,
after reading that right now, I'm just like, oh yeah, like it honestly,
gentlemanly organized crime.
yeah, like it honestly
Undercover
is
shit.
like a total like Kingsman like thing. So, yeah, I totally see that. So, yeah, I like it. I'm really enjoying it. So, yeah. I think that's it. I don't know what you guys.
Yeah, I didn't watch any
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, that's it for me.
So
I was going to watch a couple others, and then I'm just like, nah.
Season
I don't have time.
sucks.
There's a lot to watch. So, like, do we want to do a thing where the audience gets to pick something that we have to review or something? Or
Yeah,
I know
audience,
some other podcasts do that. but
Audience, if you guys are,
if they vote on like one thing that we have not covered, that I don't know.
yeah, I wouldn't mind like if you want to go in the podcast or participation channel and say, you guys need to watch this from Winter right now because it's whatever, and you guys didn't cover it, and I think you should watch the whole thing, or whatever, or want us to talk about it. Let us know, okay? The one thing that I wanted to touch on before we get out of here, just because we're coming up on 2 hours here, holy shit, is like last week after like the episode came out. I don't know. I felt like really. I felt, doing the things I do here at Anime Summit. I'm just kind of like trying to reorganize everything, and I'm working on other stuff that I didn't think would take up as much of my time as it did, and I felt really shitty about it. And so like I kind of went into the Discord and I was like, you guys, I'm feeling really crappy about this. Can someone tell me that, like, can you guys just tell me that I'm not doing a bad job? Like, and I'm not, and the reason I keep saying me and I is because I'm talking about me personally. I'm not talking about Danny and Nick. I just kind of felt really bad. I felt like I didn't cover everything as much as I could. And so I was kind of talking to a few people about it. And
Well, you have a life outside of this too.
that's true.
So
yeah. And
you have to work. So that's,
that's true. And also I think it was also the way we scheduled, because we scheduled like the fall review and then our show swap and then this back to back with the, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
it was,
it's a lot.
It was kind of a lot, and I wasn't thinking about it. But like somebody said to me, one of the people I was talking to about it, we were talking in the DMs, and they were like, well, I think also your problem is like subconsciously you're thinking about how much is being produced. And they said, I'll read what they said to you. They were like, I don't want to speak for you, but like I could really see you like subconsciously thinking about the state of the animation industry. There's so much shit being produced, and the labor is spread so thin that we're getting a lot of stuff, and a lot of it's actually just garbage and not worth watching at all. And I think after almost 8 years of doing this, maybe I'm starting to like just kind of look at the batch of shows. Like I look at the batch of shows on, the seasonal section on Anime List or on Analyst or Mal, And I'm just like, if you scroll down even just a third of the way down, a lot of this stuff in this on my screen alone right now is just like, none of this matters. I don't think there's any hidden gems in any of this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Kimono Friends type shows don't come along that often.
Yeah.
Kimono Friends was like the ultimate hidden gem.
Yeah. I
mean, even that one you heard about like online, you know?
Right. And like that was kind of always my fear.
So you can just wait.
That was kind of my fear, is that like, oh, what if I'm missing a hidden gem? What if I'm missing something?
But people will shout about it if that happens.
Right. And I forget about that. You know, like I forget that obviously we live in the age of internet where everyone makes their voice heard and everything. So I probably would have heard about it by now, especially like talking to as many people as we talk to on Discord and being part of our network. You know, we have the Weebologists, people and all their listeners, the Anime Brothers and all their listeners. There's 15 other Discords we're a part of, you know, our Anime, AAA. We're all a part of their Discords too. And then there's a bunch of people in the Otaku Spirit Discord that we talk to. And, you know,
they watch everything.
They watch they watch everything. Yeah, they're going in. And
they're like Danny on like 10 cups of coffee.
Well, that's kind of the you know, I don't really mind that like some of us may watch more than the other. And you know, because obviously the three of us have different tastes. Like that's how our podcast is, right? The three of us don't agree on everything. Like our tastes are they're not super different, but they're different enough where it's like, okay, well, Nick, you're kind of bogus for not watching this, or Danny, you're weird for liking this as much as you are. You know, whatever, that kind of thing. You know, it's different enough where we can still cover a lot of different things, I think. And I think I just need to just not be so hard on myself, maybe, because like obviously in the last 2 years especially I've been way more busier doing other things.
That's good though.
Outside
of way, right?
Yeah, and like also dealing with my disability and stuff. Like I've been dealing with that bull crap for like the last 2 years. And then another like disability I've had for the last 20 years is getting worse. So like it's just like I'm just trying my best, I think, and I think a lot of people reminded me of that. So but I don't know, like just looking at this season in particular, let's say, there's just like a lot of poo-poo.
There's a lot of good stuff this season too. I think there's a lot of bad, but like there's still like the number of good things is pretty high though.
It's still decent. Yeah.
Or good enough anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. And also a bunch of sequels are rolling over, right? And so like that's why the last season and this season we did a part 2 where it was mostly sequels. So because we don't want to miss those either, you know? So you know, even in spring we have Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan final season part 59, Dr. Stone New World, and you know, Magus Bride season 2, Masamune Kun's Revenge R, Osama Ranking, you know,
Konosuba,
Konosuba, and then we have Kuma 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 Bear Punch, the sequel to Kuma
that's
Kuma
the real
Kuma
one
Bear.
right there.
And then we're also getting 2 big like things. We're getting Jiku Karaku and Mashal. So yeah, dude, I don't know. It's a lot. So I hope that at least and My Home Hero. My Home Hero is a big one that we're getting too. I hope that like that, you know, you still love the three of us just enough to like, you know, not worry about how much we're covering. And if we're ever missing something, always feel free to like just be like, yeah, you guys should cover this, because you know we'll just fucking do it. Like, you know, and I know a lot of the times you guys are always like, when are you guys gonna do this, when are you guys gonna do this, and we always say we're getting to it, and it's because we always, between the three of us, we have 15 million ideas and shit, and it's just and also trying to take everything into your consideration. But like, if you tell us to do it, we will fucking do it. I will put it on the calendar, and I will be better about it. So that being said,
on Discord mostly.
We're
on Twitter, but not a lot.
Yeah, we
probably should be on more of the social media stuff, just to post things. Danny does it mostly, but
Danny is pretty good about replying to people and retweeting stuff on Instagram and Twitter. So
we got to make some memes and TikToks and stuff. That's the problem.
We got to make some TikToks. That's what we got to do. Maybe we should.
I can't trust myself with that app.
I can't either.
Just never live.
I can't either, but
I should.
But I would gladly take the bullet, because if it's just our podcast stuff, then I won't be on it all the time, I think. But like, anyway, that being said, I appreciate your guys' kind words and that you guys are still supporting us and If you want us to cover anything, just let us know and we'll cover it. I'll find a way to cover it, whether it's in the Somcast or whether Danny does it in a Danny cast if she wants, or an EX episode. You know, me and Danny are still gonna watch Yashahime and do another EX episode of that. You know, so like, because we want to watch it, obviously, and we want to talk about it. So, but like anything you guys want us to do, any recommendations you have, just let us know. That being said, sorry I went on to like a rant there. I just wanted to like tell you guys that I love you guys and I'm sorry, and I will do better. So I love you guys. Let us know what your favorite shows are this season. Okay, let us know what you're watching, and of course, again, let us know if we missed anything. You want us to cover something. That being said, I've been Sam.